Hey, welcome back, TPL family. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about wisdom. If you're new to this channel, my name is TP Laurence, and here we talk about what I call the P's of life. And that is focusing on universal principles, perspectives, and purpose, because these things will help get you through the peaks, the pits, and the plateaus of this life. So we hope and pray today that you hear something that will make you and your life just a little bit better, because we want you to live well through TPL. Okay, so what is wisdom? And why should we all get as much of it as we can? All right. Um, One of the big reasons is that some of us are where we are in life because we just simply lacked the wisdom to make better choices. So today we're going to look at wisdom because it's important. We want to make good choices in this life, and you have to gain wisdom in order to do that. All right. So today I'm going to be using the Bible to explain wisdom because it's a good source of wisdom, and it makes good points about it. So I'm going to be reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verses 1 through 9. And I'm going to read a verse or two at a time, and I'll stop and make comments, commentary, what I see, and then pull some points out that I think are beneficial, okay? So here we go. Let's get started. So verse number 1, this is what it says. The Proverbs, which are truths obscurely expressed, or maxims, of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. Okay, so he is considered the wisest man to ever live. Okay, he basically wrote a book or letter to his son because he loved him. Parents want their children to, be raised, properly and have a good perspective on things and not be considered idiots and fools eventually in life. And he took the time to write a letter to his son. And we all have the benefit of reading it. And since he's the wisest man, I encourage you to read it. Okay? Verse number 2. To know skillful and godly wisdom and instruction. To discern and comprehend the words of understanding and insight. So he's telling his son, hey, this is the purpose of me giving you this. This is why I wrote this. So that you can have discernment. So you can have godly wisdom and instruction. And if you, as a parent, didn't know what to teach your children, but you wanted them to be wise adults, okay, I would start right here. Start reading the book of Proverbs and start gleaning and learning the principles of what's being said. Because this is practical stuff, practical living regarding relationships that applies to anybody. You don't have to be a saint, okay, a Christian or anything like that, holy, to live these principles. But it helps if you are. But these are good things to teach your children, okay, about relationships, health, finances, and everything in between that, okay? So I recommend teach these principles to your children. Learn them, teach them, live them yourself, okay? Verse number 3, to receive instruction in wise behavior and the discipline of wise thoughtfulness, righteousness, justice, and integrity. Verse 4, that prudence, which is good judgment or astute common sense, may be given to the naive or inexperienced, who are easily misled, and knowledge and discretion, which is intelligent discernment, to the youth. So here I see there are other things that are synonymous, other words that are synonymous with wisdom, and they are knowledge, instruction, understanding, discernment, okay, discretion, prudence, right? But all these things don't mean exactly the same thing, but wisdom encompasses all of it, okay? So when you're wise, you have an array of all these different things that can help you, okay? Knowledge is, learning, getting information, right? Understanding is knowing how and why. Prudence is, being sensitive to the situations, right? Okay, so these words are very, very important. All right? Okay. Verse number 5. The wise will hear and increase their learning, and the person of understanding will acquire wise counsel and the skill to steer his course wisely and lead others to the truth. So here I see that we are considered wise, first of all, if we listen to wisdom. So you got to have some level of wisdom to receive more of it, okay? And you will also, get wise counsel. You don't just go to one source, but you go to a bunch of different sources and just take it all into account. You just take it all into account. And here's I guess a maxim or an enigma, okay, that I use a lot. Chew the meat, throw away the bones. Take all the good you can and get rid of the bad, whatever you don't need, okay? And it says you can teach others also. So when you're wise, you're considered wise, you can share that wisdom with other people, okay? And people look at you as a wise man or wise woman, all right? Verse number 6. To understand a proverb and a figure of speech or an enigma with its interpretation, okay? And the words of the wise and their riddles, that require reflection. So here I see wisdom gives us the insight that will help us to see how we ought to think and act in various situations. So, someone will give you some wisdom and, maybe in the form of a riddle, a dark saying. And you may not know what it means right away, but you may have to reflect on it a little bit to try to get that meat, okay? But it's worth it to dig like you're digging for treasure. You got to get past all the rough to get to that diamond. So wisdom is that way. Sometimes you'd have to just, do a little reflection, okay? It's worth the riddle. All right? Verse number 7. The reverent fear of the Lord, that is, worshiping him and regarding him as truly awesome, okay, is the beginning and preeminent part of knowledge. It's the starting point and its essence. But arrogant fools despise skillful and godly wisdom and instruction and self-discipline. Okay, so what he's saying here is that, I'll give you a little example. Basically, God is the mother lode. So if you were hunting for gold, okay, if you were a 49er, and you're looking for gold, you may see little traces of gold here and there, but everyone wants that mother lode, the source. Or maybe, God's like a spider, okay, and his wisdom's like cobwebs, cobwebs of wisdom, but he's the spider. So if you get him, you can get as much wisdom as you like. He's the source of it, okay? So that's what he's saying here. Start with God first. He's the source of wisdom, okay? He's our creator. He's our heavenly father. He's omniscient, all-knowing. He's omnipresent, everywhere at one time. He's all-powerful, omnipotent, okay? That's what makes him God. All right. Verse number 8. My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not reject the teaching of your mother. So here I see wisdom starts in the home. It doesn't end there, of course, but it starts there. So, as you're raising your children, from when they're real little, just break it down to their level, say it on their level, but give them wisdom. Start when they're really young. Start teaching them principles and ways of doing things that are wise, okay? Start when they're young. Don't wait till they get old. Don't let the school just do it or the church do it. But no, you start giving them wisdom, okay? It starts in the home, all right? And the last verse here, verse number 9, for they are a garland of grace on your head and chains and ornaments of gold around your neck. All these things that encompass wisdom is like, rings and jewelry, okay? It's like treasure. It's treasure. It's valuable. It's like family heirlooms. It's things that you want to treasure, things you want to display, things you want to be proud of, okay? So treat wisdom that way because it'll save you. It'll save you from a lot of heartache, a lot of pain and regret. Wisdom, okay? So in conclusion, why is wisdom important? I just said it. It'll help save you from a lot of unnecessary drama, hurt, embarrassment, foolishness, pain in this life, and regret. Also, it'll save not only you, but your loved ones. You know, they might be embarrassed right along with you, okay, because you made a silly choice, all right, because you simply lacked wisdom. So I encourage you, get all the wisdom you can, because it's so important. Seek it, love it, cherish it, value it, and you will never be sorry. You will never be sorry, okay? So if you heard something today that you felt was a blessing to you, you felt was a benefit to you, let us know. You know, interact with the video. We love to hear from you. So I thank you for spending some time with me. We love you. We appreciate you. And may God bless you. Okay? And until we meet again, remember, live well through TPL.